What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. The Brat and Jesseca Dupart are a very interesting couple. And let me just say this, okay? I know we live in a different time today. And you guys know what time that is. I'll leave that alone. But they officially got married on February 2nd, 22nd. And, I've had some commentary about, Jesseca Dupart being the breadwinner and the Brat being a little bit unsuccessful. And if that was a black man that, Jesseca Dupart was taking care of, a lot of folks would have a big problem with it. But, I want to talk about some of the guests that were there. Eva Marcel, Portia Williams, Candy Burris. But I really want to do with Ricky Smiley. Because, Jermaine Dupri, I understand he was there. He used to manage the Brat and all that, produce for her, stuff like that. I want to deal with Ricky Smiley, though. The reason why is because Ricky Smiley is, I love Ricky Smiley. He is one of the greatest gospel comedians of all time. If anybody remember like Lil Daryl, or if anybody remember some of the church antics, like listen, in the 90s and the 2000s, if you had a big black church, it's two people that really changed the game in the black church community. One was Tyler Perry with his plays. Two was Ricky Smiley and his gospel comedy, church comedy. And it was clean. I mean, you guys don't know how hard it is to be a comedian without cursing or, belittling people and things like that. That's why I feel like on YouTube, to still be funny and keep it clean is actually much harder than to be talking trash about people and like really start slurring and stuff. It's more difficult. So it just goes to let you know the level of talent that Ricky Smiley stands on. Ricky Smiley is a self-proclaimed Christian. But Ricky Smiley is at this wedding. Now, I want to talk about this because I know that same-sex marriages, it is legal. It is legally binding. As Jesus said, give unto Caesar what is due to Caesar, but give unto God what is due to God. But I see Ricky Smiley here. And I look at Ricky Smiley's roots, and unless he's changed his religion, it appears that, this is the antithesis of what he's been professing to believe for many years. And that's what I want to talk about with the black church. Because you have all these ladies that are there, the who's who in Hollywood. I get it, in black Hollywood, stuff like that, and shout out to them. But my problem is this with African American people. I want a man who believes in God. This is what they'll say. A lot of times women will ask that, there was a woman I was going to marry one time, and many black men may have gotten this question, So what will happen is that two things. Black parents in the church, black parents in America gonna ask, or if it's a single mom. Number one, does he got a job? If the answer is yes, it typically, and now the more the merrier. But if you have a good job and you are a good, decent man, that's the first thing they want to know. Secondarily is, does he believe in God? You will have people like Ricky Smiley who, let's say, for example, if his daughter brings home a man that is an atheist and don't believe in God, Ricky Smiley will turn back around and tell his daughter, if he has one, you better not marry that man. If that man don't believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, I don't want to talk to him. If he's atheist or agnostic, I got that. you will have women who are at this particular wedding. If you don't believe in God, I cannot date you. Because you have a lot of black men, black women tend to be Christians. And honestly, they tend to be better believers and better donators to church institutions. They're not, many of them don't really, can't debate the scriptures or don't really understand or don't really know them as well as I would think men. But obviously, because men are going to be more prone to challenge things based on logic, you'll have some brothers who are not Christians and they will not deal with you. But then when you look at what the Bible teaches, and we clearly see what happened with Brat and Jesseca Dupart. The Bible teaches something that is anti what just happened. I don't have a problem with it. It is legally binding. They have a right, according to the laws in the country, to perform this action. But according to what the Bible teaches, Ricky Smiley, who is an avid Christian, and the other ladies who will tell you it's an avid Christian, I can guarantee they had a preacher there. Then if you don't want to believe in God as a black man, they'll have a problem with you. And this is the reason why the black church is typically not taken serious, because it's not just this. It's not even the biggest issue, in my opinion. There are many other things, such as the fornication situation going on in Black America, certain levels of adultery that matriculate all through the black community all the time. I'm just using this as an avid example to explain what I'm talking about. And then once you see this is just an example of the big problem. And for a lot of men, when we look at the church and the institution, what we find is there are no rules. Let me just say this. As much as I like being on the continent of Africa, many parts of the continent that I have visited, and those of you who have been here to Uganda, or you see, like, laws are very lax. Many times laws are there, but they are not enforced. Which is why somebody can hit your car and just drive off because, and you can never flag them down or make them pay for it because the system is not as good as it is in America. If you do anything in America, laws are going to be enforced. So not to even try to do it. You better not hit somebody and run in your car because the cameras are going to catch you and you're going to jail. This is almost automatic. All right. You're not going to get away with it. But that's why America works. That's why Japan works. That's why Singapore works. That's why Qatar works. And their law is a little bit more stringent, if you know what I mean. But now when you have the black church and entities like that, where where things are lawless, you can do anything and get away with it. How can you build character, or how can you build communities in a places where there's no structure? Anything you can do the exact opposite of what the Bible actually says. And it's completely cool and it's acceptable. But you're supposed to still believe in that same God, even though those rules you're clearly breaking. That's why you don't have a lot of black men in church. Because what are the laws I'm supposed to follow? And all I can do is ask for forgiveness whenever I want. Controversial episode, I know. But this is the hypocrisy of what's happening. You cannot tell me that you believe in something and then you do the opposite of what the book is telling you to do, when it's clear as day. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.